Well, hello there. Welcome back to the channel. My name is James, and here at 20th and 21st Movies, we are about all things cinema. Well, I wanted to take a few minutes to share with you my Star Wars physical media collection. I have several of the films in this great series started by George Lucas. I have several of these movies on various formats, and I wanted to share with you these different editions that I have, and also get your thoughts in the comment section what films from the Star Wars series you have. This is a series that I have a pretty interesting history on. When I was a kid, I was much more of a Trekkie fan, much more of a Star Trek fan than I was a Star Wars fan. I wasn't really much of a Star Wars fan as a kid, but when I became an adult, I really got more into the Star Wars films and really began to gain an appreciation for the Star Wars films, the Skywalker saga, the story behind it, and just got more into those films. And I am really excited today to just share with you my thoughts on what I have in my collection, and just to get your thoughts in the comments below about what Star Wars films you have in your collection and in what forms of media you have it. So let's jump right into this. So of course, the Star Wars saga began chronologically with sort of the middle of the Star Wars, or the Skywalker saga, if you would. So I'm going to share with you what I have on disc in the original trilogy. So this starts with the original Star Wars film, and I've got these three right here on DVD, and it is Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope on DVD, Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, see that? And Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. So what I like about these editions, of course, they're all on DVD, so they're a little bit older editions, but what I like about these editions is that they're all 2-disc editions. So you can see here, Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. So you have the feature film on the first DVD, and then the second DVD has a lot of special features. So I like that about this particular set. So that's for episodes 4, 5, and 6, A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi, which probably in the minds of most people is the best part of these Star Wars films. Now I will say that in addition to A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back on DVD, I have recently upgraded both of those to 4K Ultra HD. So I most recently picked up Star Wars, the original film that came out in 1977, A New Hope, which was the first time audiences saw Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, Princess Leia, Han Solo, saw these wonderful characters, Obi-Wan Kenobi, C-3PO, just the whole 9 yards. So this was the first look at these wonderful characters and this universe in this long time ago in a galaxy far away saga. And I'm so happy to have this on 4K Ultra HD. And from what I've seen on this disc, looks really good. And it's obviously a pretty big upgrade over the DVD. I've also had a chance to upgrade Empire Strikes Back, which is my personal favorite of all Star Wars films. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite Star Wars film is. Mine is Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. Truly one of the great films that's ever been made. I mean, it's definitely, for me, the best Star Wars film, and it's up there in terms of just great films of all time. So this is the DVD edition, and this is, of course, the 4K Ultra HD. A lot of great special features on this, but I'm really glad to still have this DVD edition because there's some special features on here as well. I haven't done the direct comparison to see what's on one versus the other, but I do like the whole vintage idea of keeping these DVDs. So for the third film that came out in the series chronologically, Return of the Jedi, that came out in 1983, you know, I like this film. I'm not the biggest fan of this film in the world, so I don't really need to upgrade this to 4K. I'm fine with this DVD copy of this film. So that is the original trilogy. So let's move on to the beloved prequels. So for the prequels, I have The Phantom Menace on DVD that came out in 1999. Have Attack of the Clones on DVD as well. And I've got Revenge of the Sith. So similar to the original trilogy, these DVD editions have, of course, the feature presentation on DVD 1, and then they've got all of the bonus features on the second DVD. So very, very nice DVD sets, actually. This is the bonus features of Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, which is arguably, of the prequel films, I would say that Revenge of the Sith is the best of the prequel films. Let me know in the comments below what you think about that. What is your favorite prequel film, or if you even have a favorite prequel film, or if you even like the prequel trilogy. Let me know your thoughts about the prequels in the comments below. So as far as the prequels go, I'll just be honest with you, I have no desire to upgrade those films to Blu-ray or 4K or anything. I am perfectly happy just keeping these films on DVD like I have it here. I did not love these films, so I really have no desire to, or even need or want to upgrade them to 4K. I'm fine keeping them on DVD. So let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. That now brings us to the sequel trilogy, which is the most recent trilogy in the Star Wars saga and the last films in the Skywalker saga. And so I have Star Wars The Force Awakens. This came out several years ago, and this was the first film in the prequel trilogy. It introduced the characters of Rey, Finn, and Poe Dameron. And this film, when this film came out, it really was very encouraging. It was sort of in a way, a rehashing of the original Star Wars movie, but it was so refreshing to see these new characters in the Star Wars universe and to see where the Star Wars saga could go. That's how I felt at that time. But anyway, this was a really nice film when it came out. This film came out in 2015. So this was a really, really nice film that really injected new energy in the Star Wars franchise. And I was very happy at the time that this film came out. So this is Star Wars The Force Awakens. That was followed up with the next entry in the series, which came out in 2017. And that is Star Wars The Last Jedi. This is Star Wars Episode 9, The Last Jedi. I have this on 4K Ultra HD. So of course, this is where Rian Johnson directed this and really took things in a slightly different direction. And I found it really interesting at the time. When I left the theater watching this movie, I didn't know what to think, but I found myself really appreciating certain aspects of this film and the interesting new directions that it appeared to be going. So this was interesting when it came out, and those are and I have this on 4K Ultra HD. So those are the films that I have from the sequel trilogy. So you may ask, where is the last movie in the sequel trilogy? Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. And the answer is, I don't have it in my collection. And the reason I don't have it is, this is the film that came out in 2019, 2 years ago, December of 2019. And I just have never been able to bring myself to own that on physical media. I left that theater very disappointed. I did not care for that movie at all. And I was extremely disappointed with how this sequel trilogy ultimately panned out. Was very encouraged with The Force Awakens. The Last Jedi took things in interesting directions. And I feel like Rise of Skywalker, they were trying to do too much to retcon this movie and change the direction of this film. And it just felt like overall, they didn't have a good plan and direction and map for this new series. And that really showed with The Rise of Skywalker. And so I didn't really enjoy that film. And I just walked out extremely disappointed. And to this day, I have not been able to bring myself to own that movie on disc. I saw a pretty good deal for Black Friday for Rise of Skywalker at a really good price. And even at that great price, I still couldn't bring myself to buy that film. So let me know in the comments below what you think about Rise of Skywalker and what you think about the sequel trilogy. So that's what I have on the sequel trilogy so far. And then another film that I'll bring up that I have in my Star Wars collection is a film that I really like a lot. And this is one of the non-mainline films in the series. And it is Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. I have this on Blu-ray. And this is a really, really interesting film. This film basically shows you the events leading up to the original Star Wars film, Star Wars A New Hope, right here, or this 4K Ultra HD version. So this movie, Rogue One, is the events that lead up to and the heroes that are involved in the efforts leading up to the original Star Wars film. So they take you right up to the moments that open up the original movie. And this is a really, really cool film that I really enjoyed and very glad to have this in my collection. I do not have the Solo, A Star Wars Story. I don't have that one in my collection, but let me know what you think about Rogue One and what you think about Solo, and if I should add that one to my collection. So other than that, I've got this bonus disc here called The Story of Star Wars, which includes some bonus content that talks about the prequel trilogy and the other films in the series. That is very interesting. But those are the Star Wars films that I have in my collection. I have several on DVD. I have the first trilogy on DVD. I have the prequel trilogy on DVD. I have upgrades to 4K Ultra HD of the first two films, the original Star Wars film, New Hope, and Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back. And in the sequel trilogy, I have The Force Awakens on Blu-ray, and I've got The Last Jedi on 4K Ultra HD, and I've got the wonderful Rogue One. So let me know in the comments below, what Star Wars films do you have? This is my stack of Star Wars goodness. Let me know in the comments what films you have in the Star Wars series, how you feel about this series, and who your favorite characters are in this series. Let me know that in the comments below. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time with the movies. Peace.